Amelia sat at her tiny kitchen table, flipping through her old notebook. The fridge behind her was nearly empty, just a few eggs, a half onion, and some leftover rice. But she wasn't stressed. In fact, she smiled. 2 years ago, Amelia could barely pay her bills. Now, she was saving more money than ever and building real wealth, all while living on just $25 a week. Her secret? A smart, creative budgeting system that she made herself. Most people thought she was crazy at first, but her plan worked, and it changed her life. This is the true video of how one woman turned her tightest budget into a surprising path to success, and how you can do it too. Just 2 years ago, Amelia was stuck. She had lost her office job during company layoffs. Her savings ran out fast. Rent, bills, food, it all felt too much. Some days, she ate just toast and tea for dinner. Her credit card was nearly maxed out, and she was scared. "I was embarrassed to ask for help," she said, "but I knew I had to do something different." One night, while cleaning her closet, Amelia found an old notebook from college. Inside were pages full of notes about saving money, budgeting, and simple living. She had forgotten how interested she used to be in living small and spending wisely. That moment lit a spark. She started researching new ways to live well on very little. She didn't want to just survive. She wanted to feel in control again. She looked into minimalist lifestyles, old-fashioned frugal habits, and new tech tools. She watched videos about people who lived cheaply but happily. She even learned how people during World War II made meals from scraps and waste nothing. Then, she made a decision. Try living on just $25 a week for food and small daily expenses. The rest she would save, invest, or use to pay off debt. It sounded crazy, but Amelia felt excited. For the first time in months, that decision would not only help her survive, it would become the first step to a completely new life. The $25 a week budget, unpacking the strategy. Amelia's $25 a week plan was not just about spending less. It was about spending smarter. She started with food. Each Sunday, she made a simple meal plan using only what she already had in her kitchen. Then she checked flyers, coupons, and store apps to find the best deals. Sometimes she bought rice, beans, pasta, or frozen vegetables in bulk. These were cheap, healthy, and could stretch across many meals. Next, she joined a local food swap group online. People shared extra groceries they didn't need, like canned soup or fresh herbs, and traded for things they had. One time, she swapped homemade bread for a bag of apples. It was a win-win. Amelia also created something she called reverse subscriptions. Instead of paying monthly fees for things like streaming apps or beauty boxes, she canceled all subscriptions, then waited. If she really missed something after 30 days, she would think about adding it back. Most of the time, she didn't. She used a free budget app and made a color-coded Google Sheet to track every dollar. Each saved dollar was given a job. Some went to debt, some to savings, and a small part to investing. She didn't feel poor. She felt powerful. Her meals were simple but delicious. Her daily routines became creative. She learned to fix broken clothes, grow herbs in jars, and make homemade cleaning products. The key was not to live without joy, but to cut what didn't matter and keep what did. What started as a $25 plan turned into something bigger, a lifestyle that gave Amelia freedom, peace, and control over her money, turning frugality into flourishing wealth. Saving $25 a week might not sound like much, but Amelia used every dollar wisely, and that made all the difference. Each week, she set aside $10 from what she saved on groceries. Instead of letting it sit in a regular bank account, she put it into a micro-investing app. These apps allow you to invest small amounts of money into stocks or funds, even with just $5. She also used roundup investing. Every time she bought something, like coffee for $2.60, the app rounded it up to $3 and invested the extra 40 cents. Over time, those tiny bits added up. Amelia kept learning. She watched videos, read blogs, and followed finance creators on social media. Slowly, she began to understand how investing works, and she got better at it. Soon, she had $1,000 in her account, then $3,000. She didn't touch it. She let it grow. Next, Amelia started a small online side hustle. She created and sold printable meal plans and budget templates on Etsy. People loved her real-life tips. She also started a podcast where she shared her story and helped others learn to live well on less. Brands noticed her unique message. She got a small sponsorship deal, her first big break. Amelia didn't get rich overnight, but with smart habits, small steps, and consistency, she turned frugal living into a real path to wealth. What began as a survival plan had now become a foundation for a better, richer life. Amelia's journey is not just about one woman in one country. Around the world, millions of people are looking for new ways to save money and live better, especially with prices going up everywhere. In the US, groceries, rent, and gas have become more expensive in the last 2 years. In Europe, many families are cutting back on takeout and shopping. In cities like London, Manila, and Sydney, people are sharing meals, growing their own food, and joining community exchange groups to save money. More people are also joining the slow living and simple finance movements. These lifestyles focus on spending less, wasting less, and enjoying life more, just like Amelia. Her idea of reverse subscriptions is now being talked about online by people in Canada, Germany, and even New York. Instead of buying more, people are learning to pause, reflect, and choose what really adds value. Even big businesses are noticing. New tools are helping people track spending, set small savings goals, and invest with just a few dollars. The world is changing, and Amelia's journey fits right into this moment. She didn't follow a trend, she started her own. But now, her ideas match a global shift in how people think about money, happiness, and what it really means to be rich. Her strategy proves that small steps, taken with care, can lead to big changes, no matter where you live. Amelia didn't just grow her bank account, she grew as a person. At the beginning, she often felt embarrassed. She didn't tell friends about her $25 a week challenge. She was worried people would think she was broke or strange. But over time, something changed. As she became more confident with her money, she also became proud of what she was doing. She realized she wasn't just getting by, she was building a better future. She kept a small notebook where she wrote down weekly wins. These small wins gave her energy. They reminded her she was making progress, even on hard days. Experts noticed too. A local financial coach reached out and praised her method. He said most people give up because they try to save too fast. Amelia's slow, simple strategy was smarter. It actually worked. She also caught the attention of a sustainability blogger who shared her food swap and waste-free recipes. Amelia was now helping others while growing herself. She didn't pretend to be perfect. She shared her mistakes, like overspending 1 week or skipping a savings goal. But that honesty made people trust her even more. Amelia became someone others could relate to and someone they could learn from. She wasn't about being rich in dollars alone. It was about being rich in choices, freedom, and self-respect. Amelia shows that small changes can make a big difference. You don't need to follow her exact steps, but you can try some of her favorite ideas to start your own journey. Here are 4 simple tips to help you begin. Try reverse subscriptions. Cancel all monthly payments, like music, apps, or delivery services for 30 days. If you don't miss them, don't add them back. You'll be surprised how much you save. Join or start a food swap group. Share extra items with neighbors or coworkers. Swap what you won't use for something you need. It's fun, free, and builds community. Create a scrap to soup recipe challenge. Use leftover vegetables, bones, or rice to make meals instead of throwing food away. Post your best recipe online or with friends. Invest your waste money. Every time you skip a small treat, like takeout or coffee, move that amount into savings or a micro-investing app. Want to go even further? Try your own $25 a week challenge and share your journey online. You don't need to be perfect. Just start small and let others cheer you on. You could inspire the next Amelia. Today, Amelia still shops with her small notebook. She still plans her meals on Sundays and invests little by little. But now, she does it with peace of mind and a growing savings account. She no longer feels trapped by money. Instead, she feels free. What started as a way to survive on $25 a week became a whole new way of living. A life built on purpose, not pressure. On simple joys, not stress. She didn't get rich overnight. She just made a brave decision to take control, one small step at a time. And you can too. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin. Your $25 could be the start of something powerful. A journey toward freedom, confidence, and a future you control. Because sometimes, the richest people aren't the ones who spend the most. They're the ones who know what really matters. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.